From here on out, every foul is flagrant, boy. Let's go. What's up? Came in a chokehold, more balls than Esco. All right, maybe
you are now tuned into the chat room, your favorite baller's favorite podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Chatroom Podcast. This is season 2, episode 19. I am the Senator, and with me today, I got a fully loaded cast. Man, this is crazy. We got the reemergence. This is like seeing the Loch Ness monster show up, man. We got Robert in the building.
Yo, listen, Loch Ness monster. Hi, damn.
That is mythical.
We haven't seen him since his AG take.
Yeah, that's the last take you saw him.
Also, we got Coach.
What do you do, yo? What do you do?
We got Dewayne.
Low nine.
We got Jermaine.
What's good? What's good?
We got Joseph, who realized that he was exposed for showing up on the Not So Soft Pod on Friday, but not showing up on the chat room. So we got Joseph showing back up.
What up, man?
And for all y'all that are wondering who our new host is on here, we got Shook. Shook, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Dope. Let's just jump into the topics because, we got a fully loaded cast. We can't waste no more time. All right, so let's just jump right into the roundtable discussion. So first question is, what are 2 songs that you guys used to play as a child that you guys still play to this day?
So for me, it's a group called The System. The song's called Don't Disturb This Groove. And Camp Low Cooley High. I play that song like all the time.
That song is dope.
Yeah.
That's dope selection right there. Who's next?
I'll go. I actually have one right now, and it's ironic because my son is the one that asked me to download it recently, and you guys might laugh, but it's Barbie Girl. Do you guys remember that song?
I'm not hating.
It was a big track.
Wait till y'all hear my answer. My gosh.
Shout out Aqua.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be back on tour this September.
Yeah, she?
Yeah.
No,
they're doing a 90s tour. It's Aqua, Venga Boys, Prozac.
What?
I forget who else, but yeah.
Look at us, man. We
came to Toronto and actually
diverse.
Go see that.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely go see that.
All they're missing is S Club 7.
Come on, man. You guys are like taking my thunder right now, man. Taking my thunder, man. Taking my thunder.
All right, so Coach, go.
She just said it. Yo, anyone who knows me knows that like I fuck with like all that like the 90s, 2000s, like all those like pop. That was my jam. Like that was like my whole thing. So like S Club Party is like a track that I don't care where I am. I bump that track. I don't care.
It's classic.
That's my track, bro. It's one of those tracks that you hear and it just puts you in a good vibe. So I still definitely rock with that.
Coach, you remember the steps?
Oh man, the 1-2.
Remember the steps?
Man, why y'all always trying to get at me? Last time I was dancing Spice Girls on here, and now y'all try to got me on here doing.
That was Ace. Ace got you on. I'm trying to
the big S.
S Club 7. So.
Y'all remember the big S? But yeah, S Club Party and like anything like Red and Meth. So like growing up, like that was who I like listened to a lot. And like DMX, all that stuff, but like anything Red and Meth. So yeah, but my main one is S Club Party for sure, and that's no cap.
No, Coach. I mean, not Coach.
Hey, shit, I gotta do 2 more songs.
Rob.
Yeah, for me, I would say anything Mace. I was Mace.
Mace was a vibe too.
I still listen to Mace all the time, and then it's probably between like probably like Pac or DMX.
So no Drake?
I wasn't a child when Drake came out.
I'm saying.
Bro, this guy.
Yo, most of us are older than Drake.
No. I remember him and his little girl, yo, beefing this shit, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out DJ. Shout out,
man.
Jermaine.
Yeah, for me,
Nas.
you might know not Nas. It's Crooklyn Dodgers, yo.
Okay.
The Crooklyn joint from the I don't know if you guys remember the movie, Crooklyn.
Yeah.
That song, man, that song made me fall in love with hip hop, man, real talk. And that was '94, you know. So
true, yeah.
we're
My favorite hip hop
babies back then,
was
bro.
The Blast. Y'all remember that song?
Hell yeah, bro.
Blast?
Come on.
That was like that was my introduction to hip hop, man. Shout out Chujor. Like he used to come to the Boys and Girls Club and play that every single day in the computer room. Every single day. I'm like, yo, what song is this? And I that's my start in hip hop. So yeah. Shout out to Chujor.
That's dope, man.
Jermaine, you said Crooklyn Dodgers. Is there a next one?
The next one will probably be SWV. Anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Joseph.
Soldier Boy.
Come on, man.
Those songs were bangers, but no, I was like, nah.
Yo, I feel like he would pick Soldier Boy too.
Come on,
Nah. He's a legend, but nah.
I thought it was gonna be like a DMX track, man. You know,
This
young
man say Soldier Boy's a legend.
definitely-
Y'all gonna let that slide?
Yeah. Bro, we don't have enough time for me to explain. Like, anyways, it's probably The Rock Wilder by Redman.
Yeah.
That's like my Facebook email from like grade 8. So like I've been at that, and Limp Bizkit.
Tough.
That's a dope one. And
Yeah. Limp Bizkit was popping too, bro.
Yeah, the drummer, man, that guy was like my favorite.
They're popping, bro. Limp Bizkit and friggin' what's the next
Canadian group?
No, Gorillas? Gorillas?
No, they're alright. Evanescence was popping too.
Yeah, I mean, I
and
only
like
know like 2 songs.
they're popping, and then
Savage Garden?
I think you're talking
They're
Linkin
okay.
Park.
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
That's
They
what
say
it was. Linkin Park, yeah. That's what it was.
Oh shit! I forgot.
And yo, Dewayne, just so that you gotta put some respect on Soldier Boy's name. According to him, he created FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm saying, bro.
No. For me, it would be Jay-Z's Dead President.
Oh yeah.
And also because I'm a R&B head too, it's Monica, Don't Take It Personal. Those were like ones that I still play to this day. All right, next question. What was the first record or CD or tape that you bought yourself?
Yo, you know what's crazy? I actually got it right here for y'all. So this right here, my mom's tape. Only because of the movie Above the Rim. Album right here, Held Up Half-Life, The Roots, 96.
This guy came prepared.
I was gonna say,
prepared.
Keep that stuff down.
Come on, bro. You don't be
have
honest with
any
me
of
now.
that stuff left.
You don't do nothing now, bro.
Jermaine,
I'm born in the wrong era, bro.
Jermaine said, "Mom, where's my CDs? Where's my tapes?"
No, you know he was looking. For the past 2 hours for that stuff. You know this guy.
Oh my god!
Tearing this shit up.
Like he just has that sitting there.
Yeah, he was tearing himself up. We know this.
My first.
Listen, if Mayor did a pan of his room, you see clothes everywhere, you see dresses everywhere. Tore his shit up.
Shook, what about you?
I used to be the biggest Bow Wow fan in Toronto. I promise you guys. Like I did the most for Little Bow Wow. Like I recorded videos for like, bro, you guys don't even want to know. But his album, one of the albums where he released and he came to HMV on Yonge Street when he was there, and I got him to sign it.
Tough.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Mr. 106 in Park.
Yeah. He was definitely a vibe too.
He was.
Him, Romeo, B2K, like that whole that whole generation. That was definitely a vibe. Definitely
2000, man. It's popping, bro.
Definitely.
Can't forget
Yo, you know what I
Beehive.
found out the other day?
You
Yo,
said?
bro, Rap City, the basement, he still does that, you know?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. The other day I was on YouTube and I'm like, oh, this guy still does it, bro, but he does it in a way like he's making a movie. But
Okay.
like,
Okay.
Oh, I thought he had a radio show.
yeah.
No,
Big
he
ticket.
does have a radio show, but every now and then they still record like the basement joints, like especially around like the hip hop awards.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the BET awards, they'll do like a couple like freestyles in the booth and stuff like that. So it's not as regular as it was before, but it's still there.
Rhapsody before was a vibe as well, bro.
106 was a real vibe.
Yeah, Rhapsody first and 106 right after.
Yeah, like those were vibes. But like
Free lost their job because of the Whisper song.
All right, man. Nah, I'll go. So I've never bought a CD in my life ever, but the first CD that I ever like had as my own, I went on a exchange program, exchange trip with the Boys and Girls Club. I went to Regina, and this is, I don't know what year it was, but it was Missy's first CD, one of the first CDs where she had it was like an American flag on it, and it had like Get Your Freak On, all those tracks were on there. And I walked into HMV, and this is like, yo, I'm a kid from Galloway going to like Regina, Saskatchewan, in the middle of nowhere to the HMV. I'm walking in there. I go in there, I pick up the CD, put it in my pocket, I walk out. I never ran so fast in my life, right? And I had that CD for like 5 years, bro. So I remember the name of the CD, but like that's the first CD that I ever had in like my possession. That I'm like, yo, this is mine. And like I went to all the trouble to get it.
You thought that for this answer, you should tell us the first CD you've ever stolen. All right,
listen,
it's like
limitations, bro. Don't worry, man.
I mean,
there's no statute of limitations in Canada, bud.
There's none, bro. I'm good, bro. I'm good.
No statute of limitations.
This guy,
I never bought a CD ever, bro. Like all I did growing up, like I don't even remember like rhythm tracks and like all those stuff that used to happen. I used to sit like in front of my room and like record the mixes, and that'll be like my CD. So like I never bought stuff like that.
Coach is like that guy on People's
Dog. It was a LimeWire, dog.
I was just talking about that the other day.
Coach is like that guy on People's Court that went to sue somebody for not paying them for the burnt CD.
Bro, I made some fire mixes though. Not made, but I recorded some fire mixes.
Allegedly.
All right, Robert. What you got?
All right. So first tape was definitely Fuji's Refugee Camp.
Damn.
And then my first CD, TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool.
First not playing.
All right.
That was your mom's.
No, it was mine. I bought it. You wouldn't know about those yet, still youngin. Too busy stealing Missy Elliott.
Hey, Joe, what you got?
The first one was DMX, and then there was X. I think that's the one with like the ripped newspaper on the cover.
Okay.
One? Or like a ripped wall or something on the cover. And I remember because I bought it in the States, and like I was like my first like rap CD or ever, and I put it in the car while we were driving, and it was sensible. I was so tight. It was edited, bro. I was tight. Everything like, bro. Oh my god, man, bro. I was devastated. I was like, bro, that's not what I came for, man. Yeah, that was definitely that was my first.
Bamboozled.
Bro, that's when I really started paying attention to the parental advisory label.
Yeah.
And I didn't know, right? I'm young. I'm like, yo, this is DMX CD? Yeah, that shit was... I was tight. I was tight, bro.
Oh, so like, it wasn't even like the radio versions where they would put like other words in there. It was just all bleeped out.
Bro, it was like some back to school TVO after school like version of every song. Only things that were censored was the prayer, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I was tight. I'm still tight to this. I saw the CD when I was moving. I was like, that was my first CD.
Dewayne.
First tape for me, Crisscross. Crazy. And first CD was when my parents, they bought me one of those disc players for my birthday. I went out and I bought Big Willie Style. 1996. I see, it was tough. It was dope.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, like that album was crazy, and I just listened to it like not too long ago. I'm like, it's actually still good to this day. Like, it's a good album.
Everyone's just having some wild takes. I had Spice Girls and S Club 7, Shook talking about Bow Wow. We got Joe talking about friggin' Soulja
Will
Boy.
Smith, man, you gotta put respect on him. Will Smith was that dude.
Man. That fan for talking about Will Smith. All right.
And
I was all about the clean stuff.
And for me, the first tape that I bought was Brandy's first album.
This guy was like coming some fire.
The first CD that I ever bought was Exhibits at the Speed of Light, the one with paparazzi, all that stuff on there. That was the first CD that I bought. All right. Last question for the round table. What's the craziest thing that you guys have on your bucket list currently?
Yo, you know what? I'm never gonna do it. Base jump with a wingsuit. Never doing it though.
So why is it on your bucket list? You're not doing it.
Bro, it hit me. When I seen the question, I'm like, it hit me the other day. I'm like, yo, why would I do this, man? No, I'm good.
That's not your bucket list. That's not your bucket list. That's just something you're not gonna do.
Yeah. Yo, the question was the wildest shit on your bucket list, right? That was the wildest shit on there, and I'm not doing it.
So it's not on your bucket list then, bro. Your bucket list is things that you plan to do.
You're gonna do, yeah.
The man wrote it with a bunch of asterisks beside it. Like this shit, I ain't never doing this. Shook, what you got?
Okay, so I think I have two that are kind of strange. It might be strange. One of them is I want to be a stunt driver eventually in my life because they get paid twice as much as men, and I like fast cars. And two is, and I've done extensive research on this topic. I want to go to Europe and I want to own 2 Dobermans, but the Dobermans that I want are like $30,000 each, and I want 2 of them.
Each?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those are down payments.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Not right now, but like when I retire, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I bought 2 chains for this, man. 2 chains and his most expensive shit. Just got
That's
it
what I'm
on there.
saying.
On a whole nother level right now. Dewayne, what you got?
For me, I want to learn how to fly a plane. Definitely, that's probably the biggest thing on my bucket list. I know that's crazy, but and not just any plane. I want to fly a fighter jet.
Jeez, man.
Mach 3, Mach 2. Listen, I want to experience it. Even if I don't get to fly, I want to be in the back seat. You know, those guys do the loops and all that stuff. I want to do that because I know people like throw up and stuff like that, and it's like crazy. But that's on my bucket list. That's like the craziest thing I think.
Yo, Fanford's about to faint, guy.
The man looks back. You okay, Mr. Fanford? I'm just like
sleeping.
Sleep, bro.
Coming all over my chest.
So me and Rob's actually know somebody that does that same route. Still, like it's
Yo, look at this bitch.
Rob's like, huh?
I'm trying to think, huh?
Yeah.
We do.
I'll say the name, but I gotta censor it. It's no, it's not.
Oh yeah. Oh, the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, the emotion that went through that answer.
That poker face, bro. You gotta work on that.
Yeah, that's what he does now.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Shoot. Didn't know that.
That door just opened.
Yep.
I was gonna say when I'm ready, I guess I know who to talk to. Okay.
All right, Rob, what you got?
All right, I got like 2, maybe 3. Either anything jumping off something high. So either bungee jumping out of a plane, And I actually just want to go and visit all the pyramids.
Okay.
Tough.
That's ultimate bucket list. All the pyramids. So
to get to know our history.
That's a serious one still.
Yep.
Yeah. For
Coach,
me,
what you got?
So I've already gone skydiving, so like I'm not gonna like I want to do it again, but like I want to get to the point where I can do
by
it
yourself.
on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah, because when I went, it was tandem. But like things that I want to do, like I want to eventually like take my daughter to like all like the 7 wonders in the world and stuff. Like I want to like bring her this stuff and not just have her see it in like textbooks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. And then for myself, I want to go, I want to like go feeding shark, like in like the shark tanks and shit. We're like, yeah, so like, yeah.
Yo, I'm
so,
not sending a video. I'm not sending a video. It might change your mind though.
Have fun with that, Francis. Have fun with feeding the sharks, Francis.
Bro,
have fun with that.
Bro, I've seen it already. I've seen it already. And like, I'm not like, that stuff doesn't, I don't know, like, that stuff doesn't scare me.
They'll bite your ass.
Mayor, do not send that video.
I've seen it
No,
already.
no.
They're like they're only like taunted like when you taunt them or if they smell blood.
When you taunt them, yeah. Like I've so like that thing doesn't like I was way more scared jumping out of a plane than I think I would ever be like feeding sharks.
Actually, Mayor sent the video to him. So he'll change his tune.
Bro, I've seen it. I've seen it in the group, bro. I've seen that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
There's a sick individual. Bro.
I'm not fazed by that, bro.
No, that's messed up.
Crazy.
I'm not fazed by it, bro. Shit happens.
Joe, what you got?
The deep sea diving. Not too far though, but
so it's medium.
I know what's on Joe's bucket list is
like with the
Soulja Boy in the concert.
No. Like with already one of the things on my bucket list was like to meet a rapper.
To meet Soulja Boy.
No, I met a rapper already, bro. It's like I know. It's definitely deep sea diving.
He wanted to reenact. He wanted to reenact the scene with Soulja Boy, just like they came in with guns, like pa pa pa. He wanted to do that whole thing.
Go shallows. Sea diving.
No. I mean, like with the scuba gear and everything. I mean, I'm not trying to go too far down because you know you don't know what the hell's down there, bro. I'm trying to come back and talk about it.
That's something I'd like to do too because we don't know what the hell is down there.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie to you. My own is the exact same thing. That's the exact same thing for me. I tried it and did not go too far from the boat. So
yeah, I know.
And yeah, coach was there. Like
story, dog.
I had a serious panic attack.
Nah, man, I don't want to hear that part.
And
bro, set it up. So where are we? We're in the DR or Costa Rica?
It's DR.
All right. So we're in the DR for my birthday. And like the whole time I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go scuba diving, I'm gonna go feed like they take you in like the middle of the sea and they like you can go like feeding the fish in the coral reefs and like it was just a cool experience. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this no matter what.
I didn't know I didn't know that I allowed the story to continue. Like this is crazy. That's so good.
This man's like he's like, all right, let's go. So we put our life jackets on. And we go in the water. And I'm in the water. I'm just swimming out. I'm like, yo, Sasha, you good? I look back. This guy's going up the fucking stairs. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm in the water. I'm trying to swim out. I look back. This guy's walking up the stairs. I'm like, dog, I'm already helping you.
I tried it. I gave it a solid try at that point, but I just started to freak out. And I was like, I can't. Like when your anxiety takes over, man, there's really not much you can do. You got to whatever. So like I did that, but I will say what I was able to do was I also got the opportunity to sail the whole catamaran, right? Yeah, so that's something that they don't normally let people do. So that I did win something. I just really freaked the hell out trying to go out in that water right there. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I'll never forget. I was so confused because you can't swim with a life jacket on, right? So like I'm there on my side trying to like doggy paddle out, and then I'm looking ahead to all the white people ahead of me. So I'm trying to get there because like you're in the middle of the sea or whatever. So like when the waves come, like you gotta like fight it. So I'm there like nervous, like I'm trying to do my thing, cause I'm like the last thing I want to do is be a dead black guy in the middle of the sea, right? So I'm there trying to do my thing, And then I look back and this guy is going up. Like he couldn't even say, "Yo, I'm not doing this." Like he's going up the stairs. I'm like, he's like, I'm already in the water, and he's like walking up the stairs. Like he couldn't even say, "Yo, I can't do this," or "I'll be back," or like nothing. It was just I look back, he's gone. I'm like, oh shit. So I guess I am doing this.
You said, so be it.
The man was too far. I couldn't say nothing.
I was far still, cause like in my mind, I'm like, yo, I can't get stuck. Yeah, I can't get stuck in the water. So I'm like, I gotta go. And yeah,
that's crazy, bro.
Funny times, bro.
All right, but respect for everyone for giving their answers and letting us know about the crazy bucket list stuff, especially Joe with his wanting to meet Soulja Boy. That was really impactful. I think more people are gonna really relate to your story.
Sure.
So let's talk about the NBA, because this is the chat room and that's what we talk about. So with this season, there's been a lot of injuries. A lot of good teams missing stars, missing key players throughout the whole season. And if there's one thing that we know for sure is that the standings were not exactly what we expected them to be. Well, we do have this play-in game that's happening. So now that we have full clarification, let's clarify it for the audience. So the 7, 8, 9, 10 seed are all part of the play-in games. The 7 and 8 face each other. The 9 and 10 face each other. The winner of the 7/8 will be the 7 seed. The loser of the 8 seed, the loser of the 7/8 seeding will face the winner of the 9 and 10 game, and then they will play. And whoever wins that will become the 8 seed. Now, LeBron James came out and said, "Whoever thought of this is an idiot." And
yo, can I go first on this? I need to go first on this.
Hold on, let me
okay,
yeah. He said that whoever thought of this was an idiot. And that was when they were slipping into the 7 seed. So what are you guys' thoughts on the play-in games? And Rob, we will start with you.
Yeah, obviously I haven't been on the damn show for a while, right? So I was trying to explain to this kid at my work that Lakers were going to fall because of no LeBron and no Anthony Davis. And he said, no, Montrezl Harrell and Schroeder will hold them down. I said, this kid's crazy. So now here we are in the 7th seed. Yo, honestly, whatever works. When it concerns you, that's when it's an issue, right? When you're in top seed, it didn't bother him. Now he's 7, fighting for his life. That just sucks.
Fighting for his life sounds kind of harsh to me.
This is legacy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
What?
So
I mean, oh my.
What? Come on.
There's already controversy. Damn.
It's legacy, right? So like he doesn't want to be. He wants to obviously be in the top seed, so he has the best advantage. Being in the bottom is not as good advantage, right?
Well, I think you're.
I'd argue that.
You see, no, it's not even about arguing. I think like what you're saying is true. Yeah. It looks bad when it came out because he's in a 7 seed.
Yeah.
But what he's talking about, the format, is actually pretty terrible. Not because he's number 7.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, so if you're 7-8, you tell me the losers 9 and 10 can still compete? No, you're out. You know what I'm saying?
It was like that last year, and he was off.
It wasn't terrible last year. He said it was the greatest thing ever.
You know that, but it's because you guys team is eliminated. Keep going, but I get it. I get it.
But you didn't address what Dewayne just said though. You just tried to take a shot. So he said they didn't think that it was the dumbest thing last year when it was the bubble, and that was similar to what they were trying to do. So what makes a difference this year compared to last year? I know the play-in format with the 7 seed, the 8 seed, whatever, that makes it different. But they were trying to improve. They were trying to improve on something that they said that they heard got a lot of good criticism, got a good
reviews,
a lot of good reviews from last season. So they tried to make a change. So what makes the difference between it being the greatest thing last year to being the dumbest thing this year?
Because he's in 7.
But did he say it was the greatest thing last year?
He said it. He said that.
Did he say it was the greatest thing last year?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He did.
He
He
didn't
said
say
it was a good idea.
Well,
No, he said it was a good idea. He said it was a
great.
great. He said it was a good idea. He likes it. That's what he said.
He said that he supports the idea. He supports the play-in tournament because it gives teams a chance to compete.
He was all for it last year.
You know, it's good for honestly, it's good for basketball, to be honest, because you know, like now
if we're being real,
if he's being real, he's probably correct because at the end of the day, it's about numbers and what the money they can bring in.
Thank you.
And what I was gonna say, like for the Lakers, like if we're being real and we're being very objective, the league doesn't want to have Lakers play an extra game because with an extra game, if you give Braun and AD an extra game, so now they have 4 games left. You give them an extra game to get ready for playoffs. That's 5 games, basically a week or 2 weeks to get ready for playoffs. You give these guys 2 weeks to get their body into shape and get the game shape. You think the league wants that?
No,
probably not.
They don't want that, man.
But at the start of this is the only thing I'm going to say towards that, right? At the start of the season, and we'll talk about the fact that this was a shortened season too, and the fact that we have the play-in games. But at the start of the season, when they announced this stuff, right? Knowing the fact that at some point they knew that they were going to open it up for fans, and with it just being TV deals at this point, and then they know that they're going to open it up for fans. I think that the idea of having an extra game, not saying it was Lakers, but for an extra game for certain teams that will be able to have those home fans, they were looking at revenue too.
Because, but what you didn't add is that like the plan at the beginning of the year to what it is now, it's changed because the proposal at the start of the year was to have no All-Star game and to have a 2-week break in the middle of the season to give guys that kind of rest
time. Yeah.
And they never had that. I don't know what happened. I don't know what exactly changed. If like the Players Association and like the owners met and they changed it or whatever it was, but like when they proposed it and they got everyone back to the table and they got everyone in the gym and stuff, they said you're gonna have a 2-week break and All-Star break and you're gonna get to go, right? So these guys weren't even worrying about end of the year stuff because they're like, shit, I get to have 2 weeks off, I get to get my body back in shape, all that stuff. So financially, like it doesn't really like nothing really changed. So I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of them rest anyways, and there's like controversy, like how they'll say a player's injured, but he's really not. And that goes all the way up to the coaching staff. So they rest enough already as it is. And you get paid millions of dollars to play basketball, to be honest.
Damn, so it's just a workhorse?
I'm not, bro. You get paid millions of dollars to play basketball?
100%.
That's what you're supposed to do. I get it. You
get hurt.
Okay, I understand you get hurt, but there's also it's been proven showing that they're saying they're protecting their assets by saying, okay, you're injured a little bit longer. They're protecting their assets and they're resting. Players are resting more than anything. You ever tried to play fantasy lately, bro?
But bro, the reason that people are resting so much, the game is faster. People are. You don't think the game's faster?
I didn't say that. I said
no. But I'm saying that's why like people have to rest and stuff. You're getting more injuries because there's high impact. People are flying all over the place. You're gonna get more injuries. You don't think that's why people are resting up? You think it's just everyone is just soft in this era?
No.
Strategy, man.
I think
everyone in this era is just soft.
It's not about soft.
Going off what Nair said, so a lot of the consumers, a lot of media, a lot of people who watch basketball, we put a lot of emphasis on championships. So you look at the whole Westbrook conversation right now. Westbrook is not getting his praise or his flowers right now because he's getting triple-double king, whatever, but he's not a winner. He's not. I mean, he doesn't have a ring. You look at NBA on TNT. Kenny and Shaq always get at Chuck because he doesn't have a ring. Yeah. Right. So like us as consumers, we put a lot of stake and a lot of stuff on having a ring. So now what players are doing, like in like the millennials and stuff, like we're like you look at people who are investing and all that stuff. We're thinking more financially right now, right? So in the NBA, they're thinking, okay, shit. Well, if the ultimate thing is to get a ring, if that's the ultimate thing. Why am I busting my ass for 82 games that don't really matter? All that matters is the last month of the season. If I can get healthy the last month of the season, then I can hustle. I can bust my ass for a month or whatever, get my ring, and now no one can say anything to me now.
Mm-hmm.
right? So like, so that's where I think the disconnect.
That's such a millennial approach that they want to be the boss without being a worker. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly what it is. 100% what it is.
Because the thing is, it's harder. Like I hate comparing like the older generation to the new one. It sucks because like it's always a debate. Like they all played every game. You're like athletes are always going to be hurt, no matter what. Anytime you play the sport, you're always injured. I get it, but it's like I don't know. I don't know what they want to do. Like all the best players want to be on the same team. It says like I don't know. Do they want competition? It's good for the NBA to be spread out. You know. So I don't know.
So I got a question for everybody, and this just wasn't a part of the questions that we reviewed earlier, but I'm gonna start with Dewayne and Shook on this one, then I'm gonna open it up for everybody else. So looking at this season and looking at the fact of not only just COVID, but injuries, all that stuff, right? The two most injured teams with the most injuries, they have reported as Orlando Magic, who had 406 games missed by injured players, and Houston Rockets, which had 334 games missed by injured players. And the most healthiest ones were Milwaukee Bucks with 101 games missed, and Pelicans with 114. Do you think that with everything that was going on with all of that stuff, that if those two teams were healthier, that they might have been fighting for a better spot, at least fighting for the play-in games?
Yeah, I think when it comes to Houston especially, like that team was riddled with injuries, and they're the worst team in the league because, as you can see. So, I mean, it definitely is a correlation there. I think with COVID and everything. I mean, even the Raptors a little bit were hindered with a lot of injuries, and with COVID, 14 weeks where we had pretty much our whole team was out, and we went on a 9-game losing streak because of that. You don't recover from things like that. It's just how it is. And America just sit there and laugh all he wants, but he knows it's true. He knows we didn't have COVID. We'd be in the playoff. We'd be to have a better record than Miami if we didn't have that 9-game losing streak. I promise you. We'd be a fifth right now.
It's a mental thing too.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, it's just how it is. I mean, there's a lot of different things that have happened this season, and this is just how the cards fell, unfortunately. You can't really control what happens. But I think a big thing, too, was the fact that this season felt just so rushed to me. Like, just getting back, and they didn't have a lot of rest time, and it just felt like a lot of these guys were going to... I just had a feeling they were going to come into this season getting injured. And a lot of guys got injured right off the bat. Like the first month, you were seeing guys going down with injuries. ACL tears. I haven't seen this many ACL tears in a long time. Achilles. I haven't seen a lot of injuries of this in a long time. It's crazy.
I think it felt rushed too. But I think it also has to do with like the finances. Like they're trying to make back the money that they lost. So it's like when you rush things, people are going to get hurt.
For sure. 100%, man.
No player protection.
None.
Sasha, can I? So the question was if Orlando and Houston, if they weren't injured as much, they would be. You would think they would be a better seed? Is that what you're asking?
I'm asking if you think that if they would be a better seed.
No, not even close.
Not Orlando, because
Orlando. I don't think Houston either.
The whole team, but Houston, like they have a potential.
Yeah. I think they're a little. They're okay, but they got a little dysfunction.
I mean, like. If you look at the start of the year, Christian Wood was an MIP candidate, right? He was killing. He was killing.
I agree with you on that for sure.
But he was killing, right? And then you look at him and you look at their potential of their team. Like they still had a really good team. Still had
I think they would have got close.
Eric
but
Gordon.
No.
At that time, they still had Boogie. They still have like who else on the team? Like PJ Tucker. Yeah. Like they got talent.
Things were looking a little bit up for them.
Yeah, and then injuries and COVID, and then they went on that nasty 20-game
losing streak.
And then they beat that other team over there. But like they went on a nasty streak. You know?
Why you have to bring that up?
Swoops, caught that one. Don't worry, man.
We were going through our own stuff when that happened. Just to listen.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think Houston had a chance to be up there, but Orlando, hell no. They've been dog trash all year.
Terrence Ross is your best player. That's not saying too much.
Yeah, that's not saying great. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
isn't
they-
the other guy their best player? The guy that went down last year with a knee injury?
Who's that? It's
The left-handed dude. Oh my gosh, he's like 6'10".
If you're talking about
Orlando?
Vujicic, you're not talking about
Vujicic
Vujicic.
is
He's
He's not
not
Vujicic. No. He's a nigga. I can't remember his name, but he's left-handed, bro. But he got injured. I think he got injured in the bubble last year. Why did he die? Oh,
No, he's not.
no, not Mo Bamba. He's trash.
Are you talking about the one that got injured in the playoffs?
Yeah, that
He
guy.
got
He's their
injured
best
in the
player,
playoffs.
bro. He has the highest ceiling besides the light skin dude, the point guard. I can't remember his name.
Oh, he's talking about the young boy.
Isaac?
With the
Wait, you know who I'm
Isaac.
talking-
Isaac.
Yes, Isaac. He's like him and
Is that right?
He is not better than
remember the
Terrence
guy's
Ross. Are you on something? Are you crazy? You saying he's better than Terrence Ross?
Ross?
Bro,
Terrence Ross
Terrence
plays
Ross is
no
better than
defense
Isaac,
and
bro.
bro,
Yo.
stop. No. Terrence Ross
Get off this. Get off
Yo,
this.
I seen the.
No. Terrence
Speaking of
Ross is
Isaac,
no good.
so like, I seen a meme, right? This was like last year. So you know how everybody was like taking a knee last year.
Oh yes,
yeah, I remember that.
No, we're not bringing that meme
You're
up.
foul,
We're not
bro.
bringing that meme
I
up.
forgot about that. I forgot about
I'm gonna
that.
just let y'all know we're not.
Terrible.
All right, so let's talk about the play-in game. So right now, as it sits, we have Boston Celtics at the 7th seed, who just announced that Jaylen Brown is out for the rest of the season.
They're done.
Then we have Charlotte, who has LaMelo just came back. Then we have the Pacers, who they are saying that the coach might be out at the end of the season. And then we have Washington Wizards. So how do you guys see that playing out?
I think it might be Charlotte and Washington, bro, because I think Charlotte will beat Boston with no Brown, and I think as long as Beal's playing, I think Washington will beat Pacers, and then I think they'll beat Boston. So I think it will be Charlotte, Washington.
I agree. I was thinking
that. I'm gonna agree with you right now because Washington's like on that like you know how kind of like Portland was last year. Washington's like on a little run.
Yeah.
They're getting hot at the right time.
They have nothing to lose. They're just playing basketball. Like they don't care about anything.
But it's all based like if Bradley Beal's playing, then I think they got a really good shot. But if he's not playing, it'll be Charlotte.
Well, doesn't he have like a hamstring?
Yeah, but I think he'll be okay. Just ice that up and just keep that loose.
He should be okay, but
icy hot.
I know Bazemore was talking smack to him, but that's just more fuel to the fire.
It was.
Yeah. What was the joke?
So are you guys saying that Washington is going to beat Boston?
I'm not saying that. Hell no.
Then because that's how if
no,
we're looking at it.
No, sure.
I mean, okay, Charlotte would be Boston, and then Washington would be Boston.
Yeah, I think so. With no like Boston is the best team there. Like I'm not like that. That's not argument. But I mean, like if you look at them not having Brown and them having to like, I think Charlotte's gonna beat them, but them having to guard Russ and Bradley Beal in a winner take all game. I'm not there. I'm not.
Jalen was one of their top defenders too.
Against them, yeah. I'm not very good against them. You obviously, so.
Shook, how do you have this playing out?
I like Boston, but I think I have to agree that Charlotte would probably end up taking
it. So you have Charlotte and Boston?
No, Charlotte at the end of it all. I think it's gonna take it.
For 7. That's tough.
Okay. What about you, Jermaine?
Boston will be in. It'll be a regular Boston, Miami.
This guy's so despicable. Eh?
Maybe I don't know. Wizards. I don't know. I don't.
So you think Charlotte's out?
Yeah, they're out. I think just all hype. They're too young, no experience, bro. So I'm gonna go Boston.
I mean, fair enough. I mean,
to me, the play-in is different. To me, the play-in is different because it's kind of going to be it's going to be a no holds bar thing, right? So anyone I don't think it really matters with the play-in. Like, it doesn't matter about inexperience. Like inexperience doesn't matter with things like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially because there's no crowd, right?
Yeah, it's different. It's just
It's
different.
not a road game. It's just someone else's arena.
Just a way different environment. I don't know. I think Charlotte could surprise us. They could.
They're not surprising me.
Like,
it'd be surprising the Miami Heat get bounced first round.
No, we good. No, we good. You laughing? We good.
All right,
we good.
Joe,
okay.
Who do you got? Who do you got? Joe, who do you got?
I'm gonna have to agree with Charlotte and Washington. Boston they're just too weird of a team, man. I don't know. They're like a Jack in the Box team. One night,
stupid take.
They are, bro. They're dumb. I don't rock with that team. One night they look top 3. The other night they look like 10th seed, bro. They just don't know what's going on. And I think it's Brett. Nah, you know what? I ain't
No. The issue with them is that like their two guys are not there yet. So like Tatum is the best player on that team, but like one game you see he'll give you 60. Next game he'll like 3 for 20. Like like he's way too inconsistent. And Brown is like
two guy.
To me, he was more of your optimal player. To me, he was more of the optimal player.
But like to me, like I look at Brown and like he's too nice of a guy. Like he only plays really well if guys are going at him. Like you know what I mean? Like
I see, yeah.
Like you watch them play, and only when guys are leaving open or talking shit to him, that's the only time that he kind of elevates his game. Other than that, he just kind of just.
So he's not that killer. He's not that killer instinct, is what you're saying.
He's just there. And then Kemba, he's supposed to be the X factor, but he's like always hurt. So it's like they don't have a lot of like their nucleus is not. Like when you build really good teams, you want your nucleus to be really, really strong. So you look at the Raptors, like when they were winning, it was Lowry who was always consistent. Van Vliet was that Jack in the Box guy, that guy who can play good, sometimes not good. And then you got Kawhi. Like they got guys who are always together. You look at when Lakers are playing good, they got guys that are always, what you're gonna get from them. Like good teams, what you're gonna get from like 3 or 4 guys. What you're gonna get every single night. Boston doesn't have that. There's not one guy on that team where I'm like, yo, I know he's gonna give me 20 and 10. I know he's gonna give me like Tristan was supposed to be that rock for them, and
that should say it all. Tristan,
I forgot he's on that team. That's
it's a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Kardashian juju, man.
All right, so let's move over to the Western Conference. So sitting in 7th right now, we got the Lakers. In 8th, we got Golden State. In 9th, we got Memphis, and in 10th, we got the Spurs. How do you guys have that playing out?
I'm gonna go first. Honestly, to be honest, it's just gonna be Lakers, Golden State, 7-8.
There doesn't need to be really a debate with this one. We can pretty much scratch off Memphis and scratch off San Antonio. It's gonna be the Lakers and Golden State.
Yeah, but
I think the Lakers are gonna beat Golden State. The Lakers again.
I got
to mess up.
I got Lakers and Memphis. That's what I got.
Yeah, Memphis sneaking in there. So you don't think Golden State's going to make it?
I don't think so. Because, sure, Steph is playing really great, but there are certain guards in the league who like if it's a 1-game series, I'm gonna bet money on them. So like I know John Morant is a guy who like he don't care who he's playing against. He's a hoop, and for 1 game you don't know, And then they got the 2 Canadian kids who go out there and hoop. Like Dylan Brooks, like he's not a great player, but he hoops. And for 1 game, like I will bet my money on John Morant, Dylan Brooks, and those guys who will hoop over like Andrew Wiggins. You know what I mean? So that's
Andrew Wiggins.
Well, I mean, he's on Golden State. He just started on Golden State.
You don't think Steph is going to elevate them not just that 1 game?
Yeah,
he might, but John Morant is that guy who he'll compete and he'll be there.
I'll keep my money on Steph.
Yeah, I'm not betting against that though. I'm picking the Golden State for that, man.
I'm going same here. All right, Steph is on a tear right now too.
Dame was on a tear last year too. He got bounced in 5 games, so happens.
Some 2 games, bro. That shit don't matter, man.
Shook, what do you have to?
Well, I'm gonna have to, ride out for my boy LeBron, even though he's injured. I feel like I don't know. He brings the energy, but I think Golden State too. Because Steph, like, he's been through it, so, like, if he has to carry his team, he'll do it. He's done it before. But
just like you said, mere experience.
Yeah, man, I'm never been against that.
I mean, Steph might get 70, but who else on that team is going to score for them?
No, they'll be fine, man.
If he gets 70, they're winning that game.
Exactly, I think so.
Exactly.
I hope so.
You said that scenario like they're gonna lose. Yo, if he gets 70, that'll be the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Why?
They're winning.
One thing about basketball, when you have the best player on whatever team, that team's most likely going to win.
Yeah.
You have the best player on that team. Basketball is the only sport where one player can change the whole.
It's true though, because it's energy.
Over a series, but one game, dog.
Over one game, 100%. Steph Curry's hot that game, and he drops like.
You're telling me Steph Curry's dropping 70 in one game? They're not losing that game.
No,
are you nuts?
I mean, didn't Devin Booker drop 71 and they lost?
That's Devin Booker.
It's a different player. I know.
Devin Booker has not proven himself yet.
That's a different player.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, one player is not gonna beat you like that. It's not.
Oh, I mean, Kobe can say a little something different than that. I mean, he fucked us up.
One player can beat you. Basketball is the only sport.
It always gets down to the Raptors. Like, I had to put us in this scenario because Kobe did it to us. We were up by 25 points.
Yeah, we're up 25, but if we're being real and watch that game, Sam Mitchell he didn't know what the hell he was doing that game.
Yeah,
so
if
you want to dive into it, you want to really dive into it.
It's safe to say it's going to be hard to stop Steph if he's dropping crazy numbers like that.
Yeah, man, he's going to shoot, bro. You're going to have 4 guys flying on him. He'll get like 12 assists after that, man.
Assists? To who? Bazemore?
Bazemore and Andrew Wiggins.
Curry.
No, Curry's going to pass himself? Nigga, come on.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I hate this guy named Joseph sometimes.
Bro.
All right, Joe, who do you got?
I want to say Lakers and Memphis. I really think Memphis, especially how their season ended last year, I feel like they are going in there like, yo, we can actually see the playoffs. And no disrespect to Steph. I love Steph Curry, but
they just brought back that the guy who didn't play last year, Jackson, bro.
Yeah, Triple J. That's what I'm saying. Listen, that team again, a team with nothing to lose is the hardest team to play against, especially for one game.
Yo, Francis, is there a universe where the Lakers don't?
Oh shit! No, I'm logging out.
Is it impossible? Is it? What happens in a world where the Lakers don't make it? What the hell happens?
I don't know, but it's
flying cars, bro. Flying cars.
If LeBron James on the court, like LeBron James could be 30% and be on the court, and he's still the best player on the court in any of those series, in my opinion.
But I thought it's not up to the best player, right?
No, it's not about the best player, but LeBron James is he's the kind of guy that he gets everyone involved. Like he can be the best player on the court and get everyone. So with him just being on the court and his IQ and the way how he plays the game, unlike Steph is a guy who he'll run around and by the fear of him shooting the ball so far, it forces the defense to react to him. Whereas LeBron, he doesn't have to score 35 points to be effective. He'll be in the game and he'll have like 20 points just off getting to the rim, but then he'll have like 10 assists and he'll have 12 rebounds, whatever the case is. But like if you look at like his numbers and stuff, like there's a stat called points responsible for, and he's always at like 50, 60 points responsible for in that game. So even though he's not getting 20 points, he's still getting everyone else going. So I think if he's in the court, there's no way that they lose to Memphis or Clippers, or not Clippers, or who else is there? Warriors, or I don't think any way. So the only one team in the West that I'm like LeBron has to be 100% for is the Clippers. The only team. Every other team, as long as he's on the court, I'm not worried about no one else.
LeBron's beating the Clippers still. He's waiting for that. He ain't losing today.
As long the Clippers are the only team in the West where I'm like, Bron can't be like 70% versus Clippers. Like he has to.
He waits for that day. He's ready.
But everyone else, Denver, Suns, Dallas, Utah, any of those teams, if Bron's in the court, I'm not worried about nothing.
All right, so for these next two ones, it's quick hits. So the refs versus Luka. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
He brings on himself.
Luka's been talking a lot this year. Was Luka always like this? Like even when he played overseas, I don't even remember him.
Was
he like that?
He's always complaining. Always. Look, all of his older. He used to get baby because he was younger, playing with grown men. He's always talking. It's just because he's so great why we overlook it. But
doesn't he lead the league in text?
Talking.
I mean, I'm gonna be the guy. I'm gonna be the guy that does it and that says it. But we look at certain guys who get vilified for getting texts, right? So we look at
Rasheed Wallace,
Westbrook. We look at Rasheed Wallace. We look at Boogie. Look at Big Boogie. Draymond. Guys who get vilified for getting texts, and everyone's just looking at Luka like.
To me, this kind of went underneath the radar. I didn't even know he was leading the league in text until they said it. I said, "What?"
I think he's one tech away from suspension.
A game suspension. I said, "What?"
But like, if he doesn't get tech the rest of the next 4 games, then it resets.
Yeah,
for the playoffs.
But I will say though, the refs have been a little soft.
100%.
They've been a little soft. But no, Luka brings that stuff on himself. I don't feel bad for him at all.
He's an emotional player.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
There isn't. I'm just saying, but it gets you text.
But yeah,
he's always talking, yo.
And like the more you talk, the more like people just look at. They're waiting for you to say something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you look at Draymond, like Draymond opens his mouth and looks at him like
he can't even breathe wrong, bro. He's yelling his own teammate, and he got a tech. That's how I knew. I was like, damn.
Yeah, bro.
You can't even look at nobody anymore.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so
nothing will be funnier than the Tim Duncan ejection when he was laughing on the bench and then he got ejected from the game. Now that was a whole nother level.
Everyone was shocked.
Wasn't it Donahue? Wasn't it Donahue that did that? The one that was on the tape?
Yeah.
Probably.
All right, last one real quick. So we have it scheduled. Mayweather versus Logan Paul. But it seems that the fight that everyone is waiting for, the world is waiting for, Jermaine could not wait to react to this, was Mayweather and Jake Paul squaring up right after the Logan Paul face-off. What are you guys' thoughts on the potential Mayweather versus Jake Paul after Mayweather-Logan Paul?
He's going to bust both their ass, 100%.
Yeah, beat up the whole family? It's like a Seinfeld episode, bro.
Joseph has money in the Paul brothers. He doesn't think Paul is going to win.
Yeah, but it's something about that, man. Remember we're in an era where everybody's making all money. So kudos to those guys are winning right now.
Yo, you know what? I actually really like what they're doing. I'm not hating on them at all. I love it. Cause
remember, bro, they can
making like $10 million a fight.
Disney, bro. Like, come on, man.
My only issue with them is that they've been fighting people that haven't been actually training. So the problem is everyone talks shit, right? But these guys are actually, I can say they're actually fighters now. They're training. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to talk shit, and especially going in a boxing ring, because boxing has rules, and these guys have been ready for it. Unless you're actually ready and you've been training for a year, don't come talk to them yet. Someone needs to go train before they can go fight them because they will win.
Or they need to just like fight people who can fight.
No, because if they try and actually fight real boxers, they'll get handled.
That's what I'm saying. Like the guy that he fought like recently was coming off like hip surgery or something. Some surgery. Bro.
Ben Askren, he's out of shape. He's out of shape. He hasn't been fighting.
He had a hip replacement.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler. And he a retired MMA fighter. So that's not really a matchup. But on that undercard was supposed to be Chad Ochocinco. And he declined the fight against Pac-Man Jones.
Because
Pac-Man Jones.
No, you don't want to fight. Pac-Man Jones will bring a razor blade to that boxing. You don't want to do
that. They're probably going to clown the hell out of Ocho when the next episode of I Am Athlete when they find out. Because he's been gassing up his fight for a while. But I guess he realized he's not ready. He probably realized he's not ready.
Bro.
All he uses is McDonald's.
He probably had like some kind of wager or some kind of bet with the mob because the way how he reacted after.
I saw that. He lost 50
Right?
grand. The man's like,
Oh, you saw that.
So he lost that money, and they probably said you better go and get that fight to get that money back.
Or they told him to not fight.
Or not fight, yeah, or something because he was hurt. Like I don't know why he bet against Usman, but
50 grand.
He was hurt after that.
He's bugging, bro.
And to bring it back to basketball real quick, Matt Barnes said he would take that fight against Ocho.
Matt will win.
Nothing has been confirmed.
Matt Barnes is crazy too. Matt could fight. I've seen him. He could win. He'll win.
No,
He's a
Matt can
fighter?
fight.
He could fight. Yeah, he could fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's been a fighter.
Oh, wow.
He's also not like all the way up there.
Yeah,
But
Just ask Derek Fisher, bro.
He knows what he's doing.
he drove. He drive all
whooped
the way.
that ass, bro.
He whooped that ass.
He whooped that ass, bro.
He don't play, bro. He don't.
How many
play.
miles was it? 50?
No,
Derek Fisher.
the man beat him so bad that he had to have a DMP for his game. So even though Derek Fisher was coaching, he had a DMP coach's decision because he didn't show up for the game.
And after the ass whooping, now they're family.
What's up?
Now they're family. They're co-parenting.
Of course.
yeah.
Oh,
That's his son. What do you?
yeah. You got to put the man
They're
in
not-
check.
well-
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they're not family.
No, but like
They're
they're like
family,
cheesing in
bro.
all their pictures and stuff.
All
like,
the kids. Remember the kids, his kids, and
Yeah, because Derek Fisher is sleeping with the man's ex-wife.
All right. So we're not turning into TMZ here. All right. So last couple things real quick. Russ is now the triple double king, past Oscar Robertson, and then we also have Chris Paul. He passed Magic Johnson, so now he is 5th on the all-time assist list. So congratulations to them. Those are some big accomplishments that a lot of people thought would never happen, but
I got one question on that.
Happen.
Do we think Westbrook is a top 5 point guard?
No.
Okay.
We're talking about like right now?
All time.
Oh, it's talking about all time.
All
When he's done. When he's done.
all time, no.
When he's done with it.
No.
Just wanted to make sure.
I'm only doing all time when people finish up their career, you know?
Oh, so he has a chance.
Well, even let him finish career.
He
he's
can win the
still
ring. He can win the ring, bro. Into that, man.
He needs to win a ring.
I'm just saying, any point guard is in front of him, bro. He's busting all their asses, so it don't matter, bro.
Yeah, he's busting
So
their ass.
I'm
but
not gonna just spare that dude.
Yeah, but like he's not as like as we were talking about prototypical like point guards. Like sometimes like
The game changed, you know.
Yeah,
Game changed. Chris Paul, he's last down and breathe right now.
Yeah, he's the last one.
Yeah.
All right, so we reached a part of the podcast where we get to promote our social medias and anything else that we might be working on. So, Coach, we'll start with you.
My IG real deal _Francis. Not working on nothing right now. I'm in Toronto right now, just celebrating my birthday, so I'm not working on nothing right now.
Dope. Shook.
My Instagram is Mava Shook. Shook is SHO0K. I actually do a balloon service. If anyone needs decorations, that is what I do.
I'm a holler at you
I
still.
could have used you for my birthday last week.
Yeah, my Instagram for that is Balloons by Brit. So if you need anything, I can probably do it.
That's dope.
Dope. Dewayne.
Just my Instagram, Chaz_Tannenbaum, Cabby certified.
Cabby certified. Fucking guy.
Dope.
This guy knew.
Jermaine.
Oh my God. My Instagram is MAIRCREED. And I'm actually working on a YouTube project right now.
Say it then.
But I'm gonna keep it on hush for a bit, you know?
Okay.
So never mind. Go ahead.
Joseph.
I just try to talk on Instagram whenever my co-host comes back into the country.
Yeah, bro.
We'll start releasing
He might not come back. He might not come back.
No, nigga, he'll be back. Don't worry.
If things go well, he might not come back.
He might not come back. He's chilling out there, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's on vacation now. You know, we're on a little bit of leave. He'll be back. When we come back, though, we'll start recording episodes again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Dope. Rob.
All right, so Instagram is RobFit087, And then also I'll be coming out with my Everyday Muscle Canada. I'm going to be coming with a lot more content and some blogs coming very soon.
Dope. Before I do my plugs, want to say happy belated birthday to Coach. Happy belated birthday to Dewayne. And as of the day of recording, tomorrow will be Rob's birthday. So happy birthday.
Respect.
Thank you.
Many birthdays.
I know my birthday was last week too.
Oh shoot.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Shook, too.
Forest gang, we in here.
Tours.
All right. So as for me, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Senator. Don't forget to check out Not So Soft Podcast. Drops every Friday with myself, Nino Rockwell, and Kino the Great. If you haven't checked out last week's episode, it was a little bit of a crossover with Chatter Talks because we had Mr. Baritone Levy himself on the pod. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitch page, twitch.tv/It's the Senator. I will be back streaming in a week's time from here. Also, follow the Instagram page for the Chatroom Podcast at the.chatroompod. If you have any questions, if you have any takes, if you want to record a voice note and be included on the episodes, make sure to send us an email at thechatroompod@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, share the Chatroom Podcast wherever you listen to or watch it. We do drop the video on YouTube the same day that we drop the audio. Same day, same time. And we got merch, and new merch will be coming out soon too. So we're just working new content all the time. And when playoff starts, we'll be doing some IG live just to do some early previews of the games that will be happening those days. So make sure to follow our Instagram page. And this has been the Chatroom Podcast, your favorite baller's favorite podcast. And we are out. Peace.
Out of here.